Chris, you're going to be on the video.
I'm on video ready. Okay, this is good. I have enough light. I don't need any more light.
Okay. So, sorry guys, I'm just fixing a few things. Oh, and
Chris,
yeah, you do.
move it over a little bit towards that way, because there's too much bicycle and not enough of people.
Which way? Oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing something different then. Sorry. Oh, okay. You are seeing something different. Okay, gotcha. And you got your fancy light situation. Maybe I should turn my other lights off and see if I can get mine as good as yours.
Well, I don't look that bad. Okay.
Okay, we'll do
I told you. I just told you.
this. So that way, it's in the middle. Carmita, hey.
Hey.
Hey, so so yeah, so what's going on?
Not much. Just work and play.
Working and playing. Ooh.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting the settings.
So, what are you drinking, AB?
Some wine, some libation.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was what kind of tea. If it was tea, I thought it might be tea.
It's tea. We're going to call it tea.
Love it. Okay. So, sorry, I was just adjusting some settings, all that. So, good to see you, sis. So, yeah,
Hey,
so I
now
haven't. Go ahead.
are we live, Chris? Are we live on our channel?
No, I didn't put us live. I just recorded it.
Okay, I'm running away now.
Yeah,
I'm
since
No,
you
no, no.
fibbed,
We're
you
not.
said we
You're
were.
not live. You're
I'm
not
not
live.
I'm gonna sit over here. Go ahead.
No, no.
I'm
You're,
not kidding.
but you're not live. I'm not camera ready either. No, it's supposed.
I'm gonna stay over here.
You're not.
Hey, come on. Wait,
Hold the mic.
wait.
Okay.
AB, let Carmita see you
Put
for a
your
second.
mic back.
Put my
Put your
mic back
mic
on.
back. I don't have any makeup on. I was falling asleep, but Chris is like an hour late.
Wait. What
So,
happened to your hand?
oh, my eczema. Boy, I got a really bad rash. Yeah. So,
Oh, it came back.
yes, it went
Oh,
away
okay.
and came
We won't
back.
talk about that. Next topic. So, so what did you guys think of? So, did you guys see Barbie?
I loved it. Dad and I and Gabriel went to go see it. We loved it. I got photos in
Oh.
the Barbie box.
Oh.
What did
Really?
you guys go see it?
I
I
started to go see it the other day. As a matter of fact, I was seeing what was out at the theaters, and I was gonna go see Mission Impossible, but they didn't have Mission Impossible out.
Oh.
oh,
Yeah,
And
mm.
you skipped on Barbie.
I skipped on Barbie. I skipped on Barbie.
Barbie was it was interesting. I was like, oh, they didn't. I mean, everybody else seemed to like it, but I felt like they didn't take it as far as they could have. I wanted them to take it. I thought they could have. Like, I get that at first she wasn't feeling Ken or whatever, but I thought by the end she should be allowed to love him. I mean, gosh.
Was
Yeah,
Ken
but
Black?
here's the thing. She does love him just in a platonic way. I don't think every relationship needs to end up as a
I
sexual
think it.
relationship.
I think it does. It needs to end in sex. Every relationship needs to
And you have
result
to
in sex.
realize that she's lived an infinite lifetime without genitals or hormones. I mean,
I
right?
mean, yeah, wait till she gets those hormones. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I want to be Barbie again." It wasn't. Maybe life wasn't so bad.
Well, I don't think she thought it was bad. I think she just wanted to try something different.
Oh, so yeah.
And it takes women out of that box of needing to end up in a relationship in order to have a happy ending. I like that now. Because before we always had that Cinderella ending.
Oh, I have a man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe the Cinderella ending is the man has a woman. You don't see men
True.
complaining.
I that's
Sorry, I'm just being stupid.
no, that's a good point because it seems like Ken didn't quite get his happy ending. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he wanted Barbie, and she was like, "Calm
You need to
down."
find your identity outside of me. Yeah.
All of the that's the thing. All of the Kens were, even the black one was Ken, and
Right.
they had a black Barbie was the president.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Black Barbie was technically the president of Barbie World. I was like,
Yes.
oh, they really went all in on this. Um,
I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. And I think
so
it was funny how he thought that patriarchy had more to do with horses. I That just cracked me up. Yeah.
had more to do with the man riding a horse. Go figure. Oh, I want to make a comment, but I am not going to say that comment. So yeah. In any
AB,
case,
why did you move away? Come sit
Because I'm
closer.
not camera ready. I have to.
I'm not either. I'm not wearing any
nobody wants to
makeup.
see camera ready people. They want to see
No,
regular
they want
people.
exactly.
Who
It's just
needs
a normal
reality?
conversation.
Who needs reality?
Clearly, everybody, because reality shows are the only ones that get the
Ex-
viewers.
That's true.
I feel I'm like Carrie Bradshaw. She's like, ew, reality. No, I love the models.
I
Yeah,
love.
she said that in one episode.
Have you seen the new one?
Yeah, and just like that, I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, me and Dave are watching that. So it's like Sex in the City, but with the same characters, and plus a few black ones for diversity, of course.
Yeah. What is it? Nicole Irie Parker. She's there. And another Indian lady, she's there.
Oh yeah, I like her. I like both of them actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh wow, they picked the prettiest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any characters with gray hair?
Your hair looks so good, Carmita.
No, no one wants to see that.
I have grays on my face, but I dye them. I dye them.
Just kidding. Of course. Nobody wants to see a man with gray hair or a
Are
woman.
you kidding?
I'm joking, of
Silver
course.
foxes are hot.
Are they really? Mm.
Yes.
That's some CN. That's if you're broadcasting the news. Old ladies
No,
watch
there's
the
some
news.
pretty hot gray haired people in general all
Where?
over the internet. On
Where? I don't see
Instagram,
them.
on
Oh, I didn't.
YouTube.
I didn't post my gray hair on Instagram yet.
Yes, you have.
Really? I don't think so. I usually wait until I get a haircut first, so I'm camera ready. um. So yeah, so I invited AB over. I was really just inviting him over to watch the drag show, which we watched on this app called Wow. We watched Australia Drag Race, um, and so and then I was like, oh, I'll call Carmita. I gotta call Carmita too at like I scheduled the same time with both of you, and then I was like, well, actually him earlier, but then you. I was like, oh shit. So here we are. I was like, oh, Carmita want to hear from AB, so why not chat?
It's been so long, Carmita. Remember, you used to come visit me in Sherman Oaks, and you and Gabriel would go to the mall into Beverly
Yes.
Hills.
Oh,
Yes.
back when
And
people
we
could
go get
afford
our
them.
eyebrows done and go have lunch. I mean, those
Yes,
were some good times.
good times.
Um, oh, I miss you in the shot.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. I need to see you. Can you, Chris, slide his chair over. Slide it so.
I'm hiding. I'll do the camera next time. I don't feel camera ready.
Oh, well,
What
okay.
are you? What is?
Huh? He's just right here sitting on my
I'm
couch.
right here.
Now but I can't see. Like I want to. I like seeing your smile.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
And you're
smiles
like,
are
but I'm
great.
still not.
I'm like, but I'm still sitting on the side.
You're like, I'm here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. With my wine.
With my wine, me and my wine.
Me and my wine.
No, I feel like I have to. Let's talk about looks. I feel like I need to lose 15 pounds. I'm just not feeling like camera ready right now, but it's
Now,
okay.
when you say 15 pounds, AD, if you weighed exactly the same, but you
Hmm.
had a more muscular frame, would you be okay with that?
No, I don't want
Like if you
muscles.
weighed the same,
I
What
don't
if
want.
you were
okay, you don't want
skinny and you
muscles.
weighed the same
Well,
and
see,
you didn't have muscles? You had the. What if you had the same frame you had before,
hmm
but you weighed what you do right now?
no, see, I need to lose 15 pounds. I don't want to be muscular. I just want to lose 15 pounds and get back to. I want to be 143 precisely.
But but what if
So
you were
you're
able
so
to
you're so you're
look like
completely
you were
unhappy with the
143? What if you were able to look the way you wanted to look
Hmm.
without with your weight being the same as it is right now?
That's impossible.
exact.
No,
It's
actually,
not
it's not.
impossible.
It's actually not. Most people don't understand that the weight is not what they
No.
need to lose. It's they just need to
Time.
recompose the body that's
Yes.
there
Yes.
through diet and exercise. So if
Yep.
you're focusing on the weight, then it's kind of almost missing the point, and that's how people end up with skinny arms and they still have the belly.
But they weigh 143.
They
Yeah.
technically weigh what they want, but it's not the same
Nope,
Ratio.
not the same. Doesn't look the
yeah, not the
same.
same ratio, the body composition they were looking for. So that's why I
Yeah.
was asking the question, like, oh, if you could look the way you used to look, but without having to weigh the same, you know, that's how I would look at it. It's more about, like you said, how you look than necessarily even the weight itself.
I just know how I look when I'm young, when I'm lighter. When I'm 15 pounds lighter, I just look better.
Well,
It's
I mean,
psychosomatic, I think, because body composition is, I mean, like how your clothes fit and
yeah, well, how you look without them.
that too. That
I
too.
mean, no, no. I mean, I went to Spain. Dave and I were nude on the beach.
You went on the nude beach?
Oh, yeah, in Sitges. Oh my God. I absolutely went on the nude beach. Oh, for sure.
Were there hot people on the nude
Of
beach?
course.
Oh.
Of course.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, oh my God, so many people. Okay.
Well,
I was with Dave,
there's a
so
story behind this.
no, actually, there really isn't much of a story. I mean, there could have been, but I was like, I'm not even going there. Uh, like I'm here with Dave, enjoying Dave, all that. And, in Sitges, so in Barcelona, the train will take you to this town, this little gay town, and
Mm-hmm.
well, it's not really gay, but it's very gay friendly, whatever. So if you, so what happens is at the end of this like park area on the main street, you walk, I don't know, like 20 minutes down
Mm-hmm.
along the train tracks, um, and in the woods. And what happens is there's this new gay, first there's the new straight beach, and then there's the new gay beach. And all the gays, clothes gone, and everybody's, enjoying themselves.
Having a good time.
Yeah, with their clothes off.
Oh shit.
No, I mean, and look, that is, that's the place you're supposed to do it. I understand. I got it.
When I was
Yeah.
in Barcelona, I went to the beach. I went to Barceloneta.
Oh,
Yeah, where the W Hotel is. It was
oh,
lovely.
way over. Oh, okay. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
it was great.
Carmita, you will. I think you will love Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I'm like, oh, sis. Yeah, Antonio liked it also. FYI.
Did he go with
Um,
you or was it separate?
no, no, he went like the month before. When I was in London, he was in Spain. When I
Oh
was in
wow.
Spain, he was in the U.S. So, but he's like his nephew or cousin or somebody lives there. So, and they were considering moving to New York versus Spain, or the U.S. versus Spain, and they were like, oh, "This is too good." And I get it. Like, look, I mean, if I had an easy option like that, I mean, that's granted. They don't always understand the black struggle and all that, and how it is to be a black person. But they're mostly very like, to be honest, they're just not aware, and they're not trying to be mean. They're actually just nice. They're super nice, in fact. Which I'm like, oh, it makes me want to be nice.
I felt totally comfortable, and I really love Madrid too. Madrid is the only city in Europe that I took the train, and there was because the train is right there when you get off the plane in the airport. So I was like, why not take the train? And I took the bus. No one looked at me weird. I was just like one of the people. It was really
Everybody
great.
kept trying to sleep with me.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. um,
So
okay,
AB, did you go by yourself?
I did. I did all my traveling by myself. And I had
wow.
such a great time. In 2018, it's been 5 years now, but in 2018, I went to 6 different cities in Europe, and it was so much fun. My first trip was London and Paris. My second trip was Madrid and Barcelona. And my third trip was Prague and Berlin.
Oh,
Wow.
And I had
And
wow.
so much fun.
did you film or write about it?
I
I mean, did
did.
you
Well, it's all on Instagram.
wait?
I didn't see that on your Instagram.
I did. Yeah. Where do
You didn't see my Instagram?
I did, but I didn't see that on
I?
it.
I did. If you scroll down, I have videos of everything.
Oh, I haven't scrolled
You
down
have to
far
scroll
enough.
down far enough. Yeah.
And you know what? Instagram, Facebook, all that, they don't, and Twitter, they don't put the people you follow first in the feed. They put like 40 other people, and then you might get a couple of posts from someone who you follow, like,
Follow.
which is irritating to me. I was like, no, why am I following people if you're not going to surface them to me?
Right.
What's the point? Maybe why don't you just serve the content to me that you want, I guess, and not have to follow? Because what is even the point of following or having followers who aren't allowed to follow? Oh, do you guys have Twitter? Have you guys used Twitter or X? They changed it to X.
I've never been a
Nope.
big Twitter fan.
Never.
Mm.
Never. I've never used it.
I used it a lot because
I don't tweet, but I read stuff that you send me, but that's the extent of it.
oh, okay, yeah, they changed it to X. It's stupid. Elon has a hard on for that name. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like, okay, whatever. It's your company. You do what you want with it. That I don't have to be here for it. um, yeah. So, in any case, so how's Dad and Isaiah and everybody?
Oh, Dad and Isaiah and Gabriel, they're all great. And Isaiah is super strong. You know, I he did an L sit for me when I went that same day when I sent you that video about that 59-year-old guy doing the calisthenics
Hmm. Oh, like
eh,
this,
with
or
the L with the legs. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, Isaiah showed he's strong, Chris. He is strong.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Yay, little bro.
Yeah, so he might be on the smaller side, but he's definitely getting the strength um to like hold his body weight like that. So,
Oh,
yeah.
um, yeah. I got, I got Dave to come to the gym with me at
Oh, what did you
Equinox.
do? What did he
Oh, we play basketball. He's good at basketball. I'm shocked. I was so
Mm.
shocked that he was good at basketball. I was like, oh my god, that's so hot. And no, because when I try to guard him, he he's he's very smart about how he uses his height and his body. Um, because look, I'm big and muscular, and I can just I'll just push you out of the way if you're not strong enough. I'll push you out of the way, push you out of the way. No, you can't get into the spot that you want to get into because I'm here. Damn, damn, like Dave is like, because he's so big, like 6'5", and he's also stronger than he likes to portray. um, he'll like he knows how to like he knows how to get there when he wants to get there. He knows how to get there. We'll just say that.
Are we still talking about basketball? Wait. Oh God.
Push us through.
Oh no.
The references get worse and worse.
um. So yeah. So so yeah. So did you hear about Lizzo? Oh my God,
I
she's
didn't know
getting.
that she had become so obsessed with her weight like that.
What do you mean?
Hopefully
She's
that
like.
what they
I thought she didn't care one way or another.
I
That was the
thought
point.
so too. And she to me she's beautiful. And I remember all the backlash she got when she wore those pants to that basketball game with the booty cut out. You don't
Mm-mm.
remember. Anyway,
No,
I
I
had
guess I didn't realize it was actual ass.
well, I thought she was happy with herself. So for to hear people say that she's shaming them and I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too. I want to hear. I want to see if it's actually. I'm waiting. I'm going to keep an open mind to make sure that this is
It's
actually
actually
a real
true.
thing.
Well, other people have
Yeah.
spoke out too. Other people, I forget what role they play in her life, but they've spoken out against her as well. People who aren't involved in the lawsuit, but that she used to work with, they've also spoken out about her. But I was never a Lizzo fan.
I like her music.
Really? She was decent and I remember when she first came out like her songs because they were good before she even popped off and I think she got discouraged but she hung in there and she finally blew up.
RuPaul
But
made
I
her
thought she
blow up.
was always, huh?
RuPaul.
RuPaul Drag Race. Her songs were. RuPaul had the drag queens lip sync to the songs, and that's when they
Oh.
started. That's when she started to
Ooh.
take off.
Mm.
because all the
Yeah.
gays were like, "Oh," RuPaul was like, "This is my favorite artist," and that's when, and then like Monet and what's his name, did that song "Good as Hell," and they did
Mm-hmm.
another one, and that's when they all started popping
He
off.
thought it.
So Cameron
Cameron
Michaels,
Michaels. Yes,
yeah, that was a both of them did an amazing lip sync.
Cameron slayed that
He
lip sync.
did. So did Monet on that. I was like, oh, this is a double save. This is double save worthy. Like, cause to be honest, a lot I've seen her saving people who didn't deserve it. But like, that's when Lizzo really started to take off. Was
Yeah.
when she got that exposure.
Yeah, but I thought she always loved herself regardless. I didn't know she was that obsessed, or somehow she let all the negative chatter. I hate seeing people online saying, "Oh, you're unhealthy," when if you're not somebody's doctor, how do you know that? You can't tell by looking.
Why not just worry about your body and not theirs?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, usually it's the people who are also similarly unhealthy pointing the finger.
Well,
Like,
but they think because they're skinny, they can talk about anybody. No, that's not. That doesn't give you license.
well, even other, you know, oh, that reminds me of that joke you used to make
What
in
joke?
LA.
What joke?
Oh, oh,
What joke?
no, no, it's actually not that. It's not that bad, but I won't reveal here. Um, uh,
Where's Jeremy? Where's Park Wiley?
uh,
Oh, no. Oh my gosh. I remember him.
Yeah.
yeah, like yes, I remember he was the third one.
Hmm.
Um,
Banana Bungalow.
Banana
Yep, I
Bungalow.
remember
Wow.
that too. Who's
2001,
else?
pre 9/11, barely.
Hmm.
Yep, yep.
Um, wow. I'm just like, holy moly. I can't believe. I'm shocked you're in my apartment and I'm shocked you're on the video camera.
Why?
I just am. I'm shocked. Because I was like, oh. Oh, and Carmita, I just bought a new camera. A Sony.
Another one, Chris. You don't need
No,
another
no, I
piece of
sold the
equipment.
other
What
one
you need to
back.
do is just record and
I know. I sold the other one back, and then I upgraded my camera.
yeah, but
Um,
again, you're doing too much. All you need to do is make videos and post them on your YouTube channel. You have 33 subscribers.
okay, so I don't care. I'll keep posting. I
Our
only,
joint channel only has 4.
yes, drag me, sis. No, no, because when I went to Spain and I took pictures, I was like, oh, I want better quality, and I want 4K videos, all of them to look good.
Yeah, but people don't care. People watch what's entertaining. People still watch some of those grainy videos that look like you're underwater, that kind of face in it. As long as the topic is engaging,
Oh
like
shit!
you're in a cave underwater, yeah, they're still gonna watch those.
You
But
already-
what you're
well, I mean, yeah, okay. I'm just
people still watch Chrissy and she doesn't even show her face. All she does is talk about a topic that
oh yeah.
really gets people worked up.
She finds the most
Just
controversial
talk about
topic.
something.
This black
Yeah.
lady
Oh,
finds
black
the
women
most
are the most
controversial
hated.
topic,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
she
She
talks about
brings,
it,
Mm.
yeah,
and it just has
a
no
blank
actual
screen.
video.
Black.
It's just
Yeah.
her talking, and like maybe the
Little
speaker.
figurine voice for the volume as she talks.
And that's
And people
and
will watch that for an hour and
people
42
watch that.
minutes of
Wow.
I've
her
been
talking
guilty of.
about,
I've been one of those people who will literally sit there and listen to it and analyze every word.
and you haven't seen a doggone thing.
And she
All she
hasn't
did was
shown
put on
anything.
her lapel mic and talk about, say whatever the hell she wants to say. Chris, it really is that easy. I think you're overthinking it.
I'm sure. It's the engineer in me. Uh, having to do the newest thing, the latest thing, the best thing, even if it's not necessary. But now I'm satisfied. So there you go. Um, so there we are. Oh, Carmita, can you see how the layout is in your side of the interview, or can you just
You
see
mean,
me?
no, I can see your layout. Like I can see 75% of AD. I see the blue light. I see, there you are. And then I see the yellow, hi. And then I see the yellow.
Oh, the lamp.
Yeah. So I see the blue between you and AD because it's almost exactly between you because, again, he's only 75%. And then the yellow lights on the outside of you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
my
then I
lamp.
see somebody's phone sitting up here. I can see
Where? Right
the
here?
icons on the phone. Nope, nope, nope. The one that AD is.
Oh, this phone.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's his phone. Um, funny. Okay, so wow, that's good. I mean, that's even better than I expected because I thought it wouldn't. This Ecamm
I think
Live
it's a
software
nice
would.
view. I think it's nice. I want AD to come back and do more videos and make sure that you're spaced out evenly and that the
I'll
light
fix
is
the
on both
scene.
of you.
I'll set the scene. No, no, I learned how to. I know how to. I technically I need one more light, and
What more? You have tons of lights.
I know, but I need one coming from this angle.
Mm,
That you can't see on the screen, like, so that way it pushes you up.
mm.
It just gives you that. It just adds that little bit extra. I mean, but it's not required, like you said. You know, I'm watching Talking Heads without the talking head. So literally, so I mean, so anything on YouTube, anything can pop.
It
Like you
really
just have to get
can.
lucky. You get lucky a couple times, and then you get good at. Oh, okay, this is what they want to hear.
And you find your niche. Yeah. All the
One of the
bad
you.
news that you can throw at us. Ugh.
Oh God. Well, it doesn't have to be bad news. It can be good news. I mean, I mean, what good news
That's
is
true. She
there?
did used to showcase more positive stuff. Well, she started off doing more positive stuff,
Oh,
but the
that didn't make.
negative stuff seems to get more views.
Yeah, people get emotional.
Huh?
They're like, people get emotionally invested.
In the negative stuff?
Yeah, they get, or I think so, and I don't know why. I don't quite understand why that is, but I feel like people are more invested in that. At least, like, especially when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. Like, I
Well, now
noticed.
her thing is on the gender because a lot of transgender, I guess, men who have become women are. There was a lady who got on the internet and she was bad mouthing biological women. I don't know.
Oh, because they weren't woman enough. Yeah, yeah, they weren't behaving like women.
Well, I
Um,
don't know if there is such a thing, really. People, because
I know that's where I was going with it. I was making a joke. I was still. I was. Look at your face. I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't
and
compare the two.
exactly.
They're separate. They're separate
Well,
and
and
equal, and that's okay.
but we talked about this before when I talked about the whole femininity craze that went on. Oh, this femininity, we're going to teach you how to be more.
Oh
That
yeah.
is a performative nonsense to try to milk men for resources. I don't know. It was just weird. That
Oh,
whole,
finish. So AB,
Mm-hmm.
uh, So last year or so all the black women went through this phase, and
Mm-hmm.
black men, the whole black straight romantic community went through
Mm-hmm.
this phase where they were like, oh, we're good. You're not, the reason black men don't want you is because you're not feminine enough and you need to be more feminine. And I was like, what? And you need to do all these things to become more feminine. You need to be subservient, all that. I
But they
mean,
didn't ask. The thing is that they were talking to each other. They didn't ask the men what they wanted. So these women went out and got fake eyelashes and fake butts, and they put on dresses and heels and got fake hair. And the men are like, no, we just want somebody who's nice. And
no, we want somebody who's nice to us. That's all. Most of us are pretty simple. Yeah. I think I'm pretty simple. Usually, you're either attracted to them or not. It's usually a pretty binary question.
Mm-hmm.
There are variations, but at past a certain level, it it doesn't. It's like nitpicking, you know.
yeah.
And so then it becomes about, oh well, who's nice to me and who came first,
The chicken or the egg?
or which person came. I mean, or which one's nice enough to with the other one. I don't know where I'm going with that. Sorry, but it's about being nice. That's the point. But I was like, yeah, people were spending all kinds of money, feminine classes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and they're still going on. Now they're talking about they're trying to mix it in with spirituality and just and then I've seen some who are trying to mix
Just
it in with religion and
leave them separate. You can have your religion and your relationship separate. It doesn't need to be about your religion. Has nothing to do with how feminine or masculine or whatever in between you are. It's separate.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I've been watching a lot of Bindi Mark and
Who's
she's
that?
using the Bible. She's a YouTuber. She uses the Bible as a guide on how women should behave as wives in the home. Um, I mean, she's really popping off. She started off as a hair YouTuber, and now
You and your hair YouTubers always start. They started off as a hair YouTuber and then they found this little niche. Well,
we aren't
Issa
being
Rae
good
used to
enough
be a hair
wives.
YouTuber, didn't she?
Who?
Wasn't she a hair YouTuber? No. What was her deal?
Who? Who?
Issa
Who?
Rae. Issa Rae.
No, well, I found her on a natural hair blog, but they liked
Oh,
her
oh.
because she was black, natural, but she was talking about relationships and her struggles as a dark-skinned woman with a certain texture of hair, dating and being awkward black girl.
She doesn't seem
Yeah.
awkward to me. She seems very like, I don't know.
But
She
you know
doesn't seem.
why?
Does she seem awkward
Because
to
she
you?
spent
I never got into the whole insecure. I just didn't even like the title of it. I just never registered for me.
hmm
I'm like, why does she have to be insecure? And I get it. Like
Thank
I
you.
never she was where she was going with it, but it just never
The
attracted
actual
me.
show itself.
I've never
I
watched
thought
it
it was
either. I'm with
shocking.
AZ. The name, I don't like those names, those labels attached to black people in general. I just,
Hmm.
why do we always have to be the insert
Have something
weird
wrong with
words?
us.
Yeah.
But with her, I was like, to be honest, that name turned me off too. But then one of my ex boyfriends was liked to watch it religiously. So, so I ended up watching it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I like this too much." I was like, "It's really well done." Like, I was kind of shocked at how Like it made me. And then when I found out she was like writing it, and it was her idea, and I was like,
Yeah, because she started off on YouTube. You don't remember the old YouTube videos like 2011, 12, 13, before, way before. And but she had always been into film though, so I think she got really used to being in front of the camera so much from all of those years of playing around on YouTube.
oh yeah, so she could just do it effortlessly. Hi,
Well,
well,
it gets
I,
easier over time. It Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you know. Yeah, no, I'm still getting used to being in front of the camera. I mean, I guess I could put it in front of my bed and then.
I like 20s by Lena Waithe. 20s.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It
What's
was
that?
good. It was a TV show that she did. It's about I think three black women living in LA. One is like a producer, the other one is a writer, and the other one is an actress. And the producer was going to marry this guy who's bisexual, found out he was gay.
Oh,
The writer is a lesbian,
oh wow.
and the actor slash yoga instructor, she's straight.
So yeah, Carmita, you look pretty even without makeup.
Yes, you do.
I mean,
Mm.
yeah, you do actually. Don't give me that look.
Okay. Well, I mean, because I wasn't sure when you said you had a surprise. I'm like, okay, because I didn't put on any makeup, and then I was waiting because I thought you were just testing the live, and I'm like, well, we only have 4 subscribers. What are the odds that one of the 4 are gonna actually log in and watch us live?
What about?
Oh shit.
Oh, you think I'm gonna put it there? I am gonna put it there, but I might put it somewhere else too, just to see see what happens. Meaning, I'm just trying shit out because
You're not gonna put it on Instagram, are you?
absolutely, absolute. Oh yeah, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Rumble, you name it, it's going there.
You're on Rumble?
I do have an account with them now that I think about it, but it's mostly like right wing BS. I'm gonna wait until they're not so uh, amped and aped and all this no green frog nonsense. A little less of that before I actually use it. I haven't logged in like months. Like I tried to use it once, and I was like, this is terrible. Like it's hard to watch. It's very
Did you
online to me.
did you do TikTok?
No, I haven't done TikTok because um,
I that's not really my bag at the moment. Like,
I watch it. I want to do a Twitch and I want to do a YouTube live,
well, but Twitch is not. You know
like an
what you could
actual
do?
live, like a live. Like this software will let me do a live broadcast on
Mm.
YouTube.
Yeah, and you can even invite people on. You can have say, hey, I mean, after you screen them first to make sure they're not gonna mess you up, but you can invite people on to your lives and talk to them back and forth.
Mm. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I can just cut them off,
Right
right? If
before they hit the screen, before they hit the
before they go crazy, just okay,
yeah.
mute.
Then you're gonna have to
You do that on your
cut off
channel.
the video.
Do that. Like I get it. People are allowed to agree and disagree, but we got to move on with the everything else. um, oh, and for some reason, those old bike video things that I did a while back, they still get like 5,000 looks, views.
On
Like,
YouTube?
yeah. But it's the other channel, Propel. Like he'll post like a clip of something I said as a YouTube
Oh
short.
yeah, those
And
shorts.
it'll get like five.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, why not? All right,
Chris
sure.
and Chris riding their bikes. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't know people were interested in that. Okay. Um, I mean, yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you, what do you think of the train?
The train in New York?
Hmm.
It's still the same. It's I was on it yesterday. The other, I was on it the other day. It was fine.
Oh, okay. I was I was gonna say because like um, f- actually maybe it did get better, or maybe it's the same.
I think it's the same.
Oh, okay, so it didn't get better yet. Mm. Um, no, no, because every time I would get on the train, it seemed like it would be like people. I don't know. It just seemed like there was a lot going on the train.
One night, this was like months and months ago, maybe even a year ago, but this one guy accosted me on the train. I think what happened was, so he was in the car next to the car that I was in.
Hmm.
And I was staring blankly, the window, the door that you can go through if you want to walk through and go to another car. So I think he was on the other car, and I just was blanked out staring through the window, but I didn't realize I was staring at him. So when the train stopped, so when the train stopped, he walked out of his car into my car, and he was like, "Motherfucker, you got a problem?" He was like, "I'll fuck you up right now," and he was just cursing. I was just looking at him. I was like, "Okay." So I just looked at him, and I was just looking at him, and he was like, "You're trash. I'll fuck you up. You're trash." And I was just like,
Oh,
and
wow.
I was just looking at him. And then I had to get off the train, so he was standing in front of one door. So I just walked to the other door. I walked past him to the other door, and I got off the train. And then he like spat at me. It was really horrible. He's like, "I'll fuck you up."
Oh, see, that would trigger me. I'm glad that doesn't happen to me because I'm inclined. I know that I'm inclined to like, or at
I was
least
gonna fuck him up, but then I was like, "You don't know what he has in his pocket."
I don't even care at that point. I'm not gonna wait for him to take it out. Here, you whatever you got, use it. I'm not waiting for that.
Something just told me like just keep walking.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
You did
usually
the
the
right
right
thing. I
decision.
think you did the right
Um,
thing.
that's usually the right decision, and that's usually the one I take. Not always. A couple of times when someone tried it, I was not in the mood. I was not in the mood. Um, yeah.
Do you think that stems from so many people being packed into one city?
No, no, because I didn't experience that at all in Barcelona.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but it
Like,
doesn't have the population of New York City.
no, no, no. But New York isn't that busy everywhere. Times Square, that probably wouldn't happen in Times Square if there was a lot of people on the train,
Hmm.
because there's just so many people on the train. And it's almost, the more people on the train, it's almost safer.
No, because you saw how that lady reacted getting on there when she was trying to push her stroller on there that time when we went to visit you. And
What,
she's
what
like, why
happened?
does everybody just go on the door and then stand? You don't remember that? The lady's screaming at everybody. And then she would turn around and did the same thing. She just walked in the door and then stood there and stopped and blocked it with her stroller.
Oh yeah,
You don't
well
remember
that's
that?
I see that differently. I don't see that as like a safety issue, like as a real safety issue versus someone like threatening you like up front. Like that doesn't happen when people are, when there's like the train is full and people are on their way to work. That happens like, oh, in the middle of the day when there's like not as many people on the train,
People. Yeah.
or like you're one of the last stops or something. um, so I don't think it's the density. I think it's just, people have internalized that, there's no consequence.
And it really depends because sometimes, like, I'll be walking on the street, and if someone does something or say something, I'll immediately respond. But then that time with that guy, it's like something just was in my ear, like, don't even respond. Like, just
Not worth
don't.
it.
It's not worth it. Just keep it moving.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
you know,
That's usually
because you weren't really looking at him though. You were just
right
staring off into space in that
into
direction.
space. Yeah, I could tell he was mentally disturbed too, though. You could tell he wasn't.
Yeah, those are the ones I'm scared of the most. If they're not mentally disturbed, I can reason with those people. It's the people I can't reason with that scare me because you
Yeah.
because there's at that point there's nothing you can do. So I'm like, but you know, like a couple of times when I was on the train with Dave, people were going crazy. Like, and right next to me, and I was like, oh my God, please. I want to choke him so bad. Took everything not to do anything. Um, because I was like, well, as long as he doesn't bother me or like too directly or cross the line, uh, then But I was like, definitely like, but a couple of people crossed the line. When you put your hands on me or you start hollering in my face and all that, I just can't. I just don't have the patience to tolerate it for longer than a second.
That was the thing. I was like, as long as he doesn't touch me, I'll let him sit there and say whatever he wants to say. I was
Yeah.
just looking at him.
And that's why a lot of times I put on my sunglasses on the train. So nobody
Can see
so
where
you
you're looking.
You don't
so
know
you
where I'm
can't say
looking.
that because you can't say I'm looking at you. Even if I am looking at you, you don't know that. That's why I have sunglasses and they reflect. So yeah, like people are like, oh, why does that guy got sunglasses on? It's because I don't feel like being bothered right now. That's also why I have my headphones in. So when people come through and they got their hand out, like forcibly trying to get money from you, uh, I'm not. I can pretend like I don't hear anything.
Basically, yeah. Well, when they started playing music the other day when I was on the train, this guy came with a big speaker and he started playing music, and the guy across from me was looking like, why? And I was looking at him like, I don't know. And, and so I just put my headset on and just tried to tune him out with my own music, basically.
I was, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. No, I have one of those situations today on my way home when I was like, oh my God, I gotta clean everything. I gotta clean up because if he's coming over and my apartment's a mess, it's still got this other desk here. I'm just gonna take it apart. I just gotta take the legs off and actually that's it. It's like it literally takes like 15, it'll take like 15 minutes. And then I'll have the task rabbit. I always hire the black guy.
From TaskRabbit.
Hmm. I always hire one of the black people from TaskRabbit so they can uh, do stuff for me when I need it. Like they put up the bike rack, they move all this stuff. Um, I was like, oh, throw the black guy a bone. Like I tell Dave, throw the black guy a bone.
That's a different bone.
So, yeah. All right. Well, it's like 10:45 now, so it's been like almost an hour, but
But AB, you've never been to Texas, have you?
I have. When Chris was at SMU, I went and visited one Christmas. And so I did go to,
Oh,
yeah, when he was in Dallas, I went one Christmas. It was fun. We had
did
a
I
lot of,
see you?
yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
We hung out and everything. And I was there with my friend Aaron. He had just moved to Dallas.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
that's
him?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a black guy, right?
Yeah, he's a black guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think I do remember. I remember that name.
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you met Jeff.
Exactly. Yes, I met Jeff with his hair.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh gosh.
Oh God.
Oh, poor Jeff.
In that house way out in the in Netherland, never land.
No, Anna, Texas.
Way out in the
In
middle
the
of
middle of nowhere.
nowhere.
Literally on the edge of Collin County. Like on the tip. Like 9,000 people strong.
Where are you, Carmita? San Antonio?
Yes, I'm in San Antonio. You haven't been to my house yet.
Oh,
No.
Not
yeah,
yet.
it's way out there.
It's way out there.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like
No.
1604 and like 16 past 1604. Like
That's outside.
so 1604 wraps around the city
Mm-hmm.
and then Carmita lives outside of that. And if you're at 1604, you're already on the edge of town.
Mm.
And Carmita lives past that
Wow.
because they had the nerve to build past that. I was like, um, I mean, her neighborhood. I mean, it's quiet, but it takes 20 minutes to go to this to 20 or 30 minutes. Like you know how we can just stumble out of our house and we got coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
laundry, everything. She has to drive for like
20
20
or
or
30
30 minutes.
before she hits civilization.
No.
I'm like, oh no.
No, Chris, that Starbucks is like what, a 5 minute drive from the house. The closest
15
Starbucks?
minutes. 15
15.
No,
minutes.
there's two. No.
Yeah, but 15 minutes. You know you're gonna need 15 minutes.
15 minutes. That's like a half
The
an hour
whole
walk.
the whole ordeal is 15
15
minutes
minutes.
to go there and then 15 minutes back. You just plan for it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm wasting time. I can me, I still it's right across the
Right
street.
across the street, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Or if
because you live in the middle of downtown. Like if I live downtown, then
I don't
yeah.
live downtown. We don't live downtown.
No, we're in Harlem.
We're in Harlem. We are far away from New York, far away from downtown. Because technically it's only a couple of miles. It's like literally like 4 or 5 miles to get to actual downtown. Like, but in Texas, that would be close. Um, in New York, that's like, oh, that's far, or oh, you're way over there, and it's like, and the train gets you there in like, I don't know, 15 minutes,
Downtown, yeah.
15, 20
15,
minutes,
20 minutes.
depending on if they want to run on time today or not. I mean, well, no, in New York, the driving in traffic is worse. Holy shit. I hate driving in New York.
I
I,
like
I
to be driven. I don't like to drive in New York, but I do like to ride.
like just sitting there in the traffic and it's like inching. Granted, it lets you right off in front of your stop, but I'm like, I could have just caught the train and it would have been faster.
Or ride your bike.
Yeah, and that would be just yeah. My bike and the train, it's kind of almost a wash,
Mm-hmm.
especially if we're talking like a 30-minute trip somewhere, or
Mm-hmm.
if it's a 15-minute trip, then the bike might actually be faster. Um,
Yeah, but people are trying to pull that bike stuff here in Texas because yesterday I was out with the Munchkin, and you know how they've expanded Calabria, so there's 2 lanes, a turning lane, and then 2 lanes going in the opposite direction. And so I'm getting into the turn lane, and here comes this bicycle who's, he's going in the right direction initially, but then when the cars pass, he crosses over and starts riding in the turn lane, coming right at me on his bicycle. And of course, he's one of us. And so I
Black people
stopped because
ride
I'm
bikes
like,
the
what
most.
are you in the turn? And so I'm like, So I stopped because I'm like, what are you doing? And he's pretending like he doesn't see me, but he's riding towards me and I'm
He
in my
does see you.
car.
I
No,
remember
because
one
he's
time
pretending like he doesn't.
We were at the Beverly Center, Carmita, and this woman was behind us blowing. And Carmita put her car in reverse. She was like, "Bitch, I will." She was like, "I will run into your ass." I was like, "Oh my god,
No, but the thing is
Cars
that I'm
change
like,
people's brains. They make
Carmita!"
you get behind the wheel and your brain turns to mush.
Carmita was like, "I will run
no, my
into your
brain
ass."
wasn't mush. My thing is that if I'm pulling over into the turn lane and here
Oh
comes
no.
this bicycle and
Yeah.
he's heading right towards me, so naturally I stop
What the
and I'm
fuck
like,
are
okay,
you?
which way is this bike person going? Because he's coming right towards me and I'm saying, wow, wow, and he's literally pretending like he can't see me riding into because traffic's going this way
So
and he's
what
coming
ended up
over here
happening?
riding in my turn
I hear
lane.
you. I hear you. What ended up happening?
So I
Did you
just
just
stopped.
you stopped and then he rode by?
Yeah, he rode on the opposite side into oncoming traffic. So he was riding
Oh,
in the opposite direction of the flow of traffic.
oh, I hate when people. That's called salmoning. You know how the salmon swim upstream
Upstream, yeah, against
of the
the
other
grain.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call that in the
Bike world.
bike micro mobility. We call that salmoning. I hate when people salmon. Like it's so dangerous, and I don't know how to respond. Like when someone does that, like it's like
Because as a driver, I'm just going to stop. And if you hit my
as a
car with your bike, you're
cyclist,
at fault. What?
huh? Oh well, if the bike hits you, then the bike is at fault. But if you hit the
Yeah.
bike, then you're at fault. So you
Right.
did the right thing. You're like, hey, he hit a stopped car. Like, what am I supposed to do? I
I'm
mean,
always scared I'm gonna get doored when I ride a bike.
oh, that's
Someone.
why I prefer the ride in the bike lane because I don't want to. I don't like riding in the side with because if you just ride along the side of parked cars, and I already hate on street parking anyway because I think it's an eyesore. Like I think it looks ugly. I don't want to see your car on the side. Remember, Carmita, we used to live in a neighborhood where the homeowners association would come after you if you parked your car on the side of the street.
I
They're
Mm.
believe,
like, you
yeah,
can't do
they
that
take.
because it's ugly. And I hate homeowners associations, but they're onto something. They're, um, like, like parking in a garage, please. And oh my God, the New Jersey people and the Long Island people. I don't know which one's worse. Like to me, they like to drive so fast. I'm like, this is a city, and there are a lot of people walking everywhere, like just walking everywhere. And so you can't drive that fast here. Like, park the car in New Jersey, preferably, and then hop on the train for $2 and some change, like, or $3, whatever they're gonna make it now. But that is definitely cheaper than spending, however much to pay for the bridge toll and then to pay for the bridge toll back. And of course, they're going to add congestion pricing. So, Carmita, in New York, they're going to have congestion. So basically, if you drive in a certain spot in New York, you're gonna have to pay like $15 or $20 every time you go somewhere in that spot in New York
What?
City. Yes, they do it in London also, and apparently it lowered their traffic because too many people were driving,
Oh,
and they want people to use because they have the public transportation. They want people to use it because they also want the parking spaces to be reserved for the people who are living there, um, or
right.
and
Yeah.
for the ambulance and all that stuff. Um, so, so I'm like. because it's easier if you don't have, if you're like a ambulance or a fire department, if you don't have to fight for parking,
Hmm.
it's easier. So New York City, Eric Adams said he supports it, but which is good. That's one good thing he's doing or supports. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like he hasn't done enough.
Chris, you were
But
so rah rah about that guy. You really thought he was the stuff. And now what happened?
well, he didn't want to lead. He doesn't want to do anything. He has no W's, no wins,
You
nothing to
got him
claim.
in there though, Chris. Why didn't you vet him before you voted?
I did bet him. He was a good choice. Look, I can only vote for the right people. They still have to execute. Like he had the constituency, he had the support. People were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. He just didn't do anything with it. like we give you the
Okay, and
opportunity.
his opponents, didn't his opponents have similar thing, but they
Yes,
probably would have had the wherewithal to follow through.
maybe,
Yeah, but you didn't
maybe.
vote for them.
Actually, so we have a system in New York called ranked choice voting.
Oh,
and
let me guess. You technically voted for everybody, so technically,
no, it doesn't work that way. So what happens is you get to pick five. You get five options, and obviously there are way more than five options. So I put as my first choice Scott Stringer.
Hmm.
He's boring. He's not spectacular in terms of like he's not flashy. Um, and my number two choice was Catherine Garcia. Both of these people are known for their competence at
Hmm.
actually governing. And Eric Adams was my number three choice. So, and the reason I ranked them in that order was because Scott Stringer had the best policies and he's proven he can do it. Catherine Garcia, she saved de Blasio 47 times already. I figure she can do it. And then Eric Adams, I thought he one performed the best in the debates, had decently good policies, like they're almost as good as the other, almost as good as Scott Stringer, but not quite. And then he's been in New York government for a while, so I thought, and plus a lot of Black people and Latino people like him, and so I thought, oh, he's more working. He's a little bit more working class, and he's Black too, and he's vegan. He's like can't really put him in a box. So, and plus he was
no,
like,
with veganism, you can definitely find a box. Come on now.
well, meaning no, meaning like as him overall, you can't put him in a box, like because his story, like he's one of the people who's harassed by police, So,
Yeah, but
um,
but all that stuff is still stereotypical.
well, but I also said he had the third best policies in my opinion. Like there were actually him and Catherine Garcia had about the same policies. So I was going back and forth between which one would be better. And so I put her second and him third. And then in the general, I voted for him because I'm not voting for uh, a crazy Trump Republican guy who tried to fake interactions on the train. He like would stage like the guy he was running against would literally stage crimes so he could come in and save them. And I'm like, I'm not voting
What?
for
Who
that guy.
has the time? He paid actors? What is this?
I'm not. I wish I could say I was joking, and I wish that was true. But I mean, it was. The guy who was running against was an absolute clown show. He wore those red berets and those stupid jackets.
Mm-mm.
Him and his crew from Staten Island. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, like it was the most ridiculous thing you ever seen in your life. And so I'm like, and so that's how we ended up with Eric Adams. Oh, and yeah, that is like so I thought Eric Adams would have the most constituency. He could And since people, I feel like, were willing to give him a kind of a blank check or a blank-ish check to do whatever he needs to do to get New York back on track, that he would be able to. So far, he hasn't been able to. He hasn't been able to check a box. Like, there's no W's. There's nothing I can point to.
That's
Bloomberg
sad.
cleaned up New York. He installed New York's first protected bike lane. He basically turned Times Square from a dangerous place to literal Disney with no Disney. like it's even busier now in Times Square than it was before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wow.
and So he did. So Bloomberg, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like he's probably doing the. He had the part where he stopped and frisked people, which I didn't love. But I mean, I still think he was probably the best overall. Bloomberg was, as far as since I've been living in New York, and uh, I wanted De Blasio to be the best, but he didn't want to do it. So he's kind of like a wimp. He don't want to be the. No. I mean, I voted for him, and I wanted him to be the best. He just didn't want to. And Eric Adams. I mean, you can pick the right people, and in theory, and then when they get there, they're like a squish, like you know. So I'm like, okay, who's. And on some level, New Yorkers have a history of hating their mayors, but I don't know. Like, I mean, there's still 2 years left, or a year and a half left, so he could pull it together. I'm just like, you got to secure a W. What are you going to run on? What can you say you did?
Mm-hmm.
What did you accomplish? What are you going to? You try to say crime is better, and then people don't feel that way. Then you look like you're out of touch. So you can't say that. If you try to say, living conditions are better, but the rent went up and you helped raise it.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, back to back. Like, where are you going to get your W? You said you were going to build 300 miles of bike lanes and zero on that. The affordable housing, zero on that. I don't know. Where are you going to. It's safety and crime. People don't feel it. So I mean, how do you campaign? I mean, I'm saying that. And then and then he goes out there and he says stuff like he denigrated that Holocaust survivor woman who was a rent advocate for years. For a little decade, she's been advocating for renter friendly policies because it's New York. And he called her a plantation owner.
Oh shit.
And then when they said, "Are you sure you meant that the way you think you did?" She's a Holocaust survivor. He's like, "Yeah, I meant that. I'm the face of black masculinity in America." Oh God.
Oh.
Why is he saying this? Even if you thought it, why are you saying it? So yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm like, okay, well, like Broadway, he didn't do that. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in 2 years. In 2025, I'm voting. I just we're gonna have to earn my vote again. I was hoping he would earn it by just governing well, and then it'd be an easy decision. But clearly, he's gonna need to campaign.
So he's gonna need to tell you a bunch of lies to get you to make the statement he requires.
Campaign. Yeah, I like to call it campaign.
Lying.
It's campaigning. It's like you know, giving people a taste of what you think they want to hear or what they want, and then you make up all kinds of excuses about why you can't do any of it. Sounds like a Democrat. I mean, it sounds like a Democrat. Republicans, they know that 90% of the people don't want they want pro-choice. 90% of people want pro-choice, but 10% of Republicans don't want it. And guess what? They got what they wanted. I mean, they say they're going to do it, and then they go and do it, even if it's a terrible idea. I would. I mean, and Democrats, they have a good idea, and they're like, "Oh, here's why we can't do it. I know we said we were going to, but here's why we can't." Oh, this one and that one. We might hurt them. We might. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, why can't you just do it and let's do it all the way and let's see, because you don't know until you actually. Sometimes you really don't know until you actually do something. And most people don't understand. Sometimes you just got to do it and then
Yeah, Chris,
learn
like with
from it.
posting these videos.
Oh, we'll post this. I'll go through it again and post the parts that are good. Or maybe I'll break it up into 4 videos. I mean, it's an hour long, right? I know some people like Joe Rogan, they put 4-hour videos online and people,
Yeah.
11 million
And
people
people,
listen.
yep, that's true. Like I said, you were sitting there watching 2 hours of Chrissy talk and there was nothing to look at.
There was nothing to look at. Wow. Okay, hold on. I got to use the restroom. Be right back. Maybe you talk.
Okay. Carmita!
Yay, AB, I
So are
missed
you a
you.
pharmacist
Hi.
now?
Huh? I'm a
I see.
scientist.
You're a
But
scientist?
Chris better edit that part out because I don't want that on the internet.
Oh, okay.
I'm a nerd in real life.
You're a nerd. You're a scientist.
Edit
Oh.
that out, Chris.
She's like, I don't want people to know I'm a scientist.
AB, how many times you gonna say it?
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Sorry.
I wanted to. Chris told me that you had a writing class, but I wanted to take one of your classes.
That would be fabulous. Yeah, I'm teaching literature right now.
I know, but
And
how much is the course? And are you doing it via Zoom? Can you? How do you?
it is online. You have to register through CUNY, City University of New York. I don't know how much it costs, though. I don't know.
But aren't they paying you?
Yeah, they're paying me. Yeah,
Okay.
they're paying me.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. I don't make as much as Christopher.
No, no. I mean, they don't pay educators that much.
No, they don't. They don't.
Um, so why
Hey,
don't?
do you
What's the whole
think
big?
that?
Oh, go
Huh?
ahead. I was
No,
going to
I was
ask.
gonna say, do you think that we could do videos every week, the three of us?
Chris is like,
Every week? That's a big commitment. Once a month?
Once a month.
That's a good. I think once a month is a good commitment.
I'm gonna be fabulous by my birthday, so then I'll be ready.
Wait, when's your birthday?
You know when his birthday is in the middle of
It
next year.
it's November. It's
It's
3 months
literally
away.
November.
It's 3 months away. I'm losing 5 pounds a month, so that's 15 pounds. I have 3 months to accomplish this.
And how are you gonna do it as far as diet and exercise, AD?
Well, I'm going to the gym. I went to the gym today,
You already
and
lost some.
yeah, I did lose some already. So I'm going to the gym, and I'm
Is it
gonna go on a
strength training or
diet.
cardio?
You know, going on a diet is fat phobic.
Really?
Uh-oh.
It's not fat phobic.
No,
Really?
that's what I was told on TikTok.
Oh no, who said that? What?
Yes, it says they literally said it's going on a diet to lose weight on purpose is fat phobic.
Okay, well then I'm fat phobic. Thank you.
I was like, oh, I don't really, the weird thing about me is like my body attraction to someone, it doesn't matter what body type they are, I'm attracted to them as they are.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Exactly.
weird to me for when I hear people being overly defensive about their body. I'm like, you don't need to do that with me. I don't care. I'm attracted to you the way you are. But
Exactly.
in your, yeah. So, no, good for you, AB, for you know, doing what you think is
I already
best.
think you look good, AB.
I was gonna say
Thank you,
you lost
Carmita.
some, and
Yeah, I
it's
have.
noticeable.
Yeah, I have lost. I just need to lose
Even
a.
this part went away and went way down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I just need to lose a little more. A little more.
I mean, but you can be on camera. You're good enough. Like
You're good enough.
like no, serious. Like come on. Like you'll just I'll make sure I have the lighting together.
Good
Oh, and
lighting.
that's the reason, that's the number reason one reason why I bought this camera is because one of the black YouTube creators, the
Hmm.
African ones, he was like, let's see how this looks on black people. And this one looked the best on black people.
Mm.
What is it? What camera is it?
The Sony A6700.
Oh no, I did not like the Sony. I prefer the Canon or the DJI Pocket
No, no,
2.
no.
That
The Canon's
colorings.
terrible now. I'm telling you, the Sony
No, because I
6700,
an African lady from the Netherlands did a
the
side by side
Netherlands.
video of it, and she looked kind of green on the Sony, but when she was on the Canon, she looked like.
Carmita, let me show you the video I made for Dave yesterday. I'm
Well,
telling,
let
this
me
is a
show
brand new
you.
camera. This camera just came out. I'm telling you, like, like the black guy, he had four cameras, and this one
Spot on.
was had the right mix of everything. And so I'll show you the video I made yesterday. I didn't take that much time to get the color perfect on this because I literally was rushing to set everything up. And so I didn't have a chance to fix it, but like it, I mean, I mean, like it's the right. I'm very pleased. I'm
Yeah,
very
I'm
pleased.
sure it's better than my iPhone camera.
Well, that's because yeah, iPhone cameras are great, but they're just past a certain type. If the camera costs as much as the iPhone, then the camera's probably better. Because it's like dedicated versus something that's this is a side feature.
Yeah,
Um,
multi-purpose.
yeah, so
Yeah, but again, Chris, there are YouTubers who just talk and talk and talk. My camera sucks. I don't have a camera. I
oh
want
well,
to do
we're
a
just
DJI
talking,
Pocket.
talking.
Yeah.
This is we got enough for like 3 or 4 videos.
Oh,
I
but you're
can.
gonna have to edit out that part because AD asked me what I was doing
You're a
when he went to the
scientist.
bathroom. No, I don't want that on the internet.
Why? You don't want black girls to be like, oh look, she's a scientist. I can do it too.
Yeah, it's
That's. I don't think that's what they're gonna say.
You'd be shocked. I mean, to be honest, I'm always shocked. Like serious. Like I've had people run
You
up
know,
to me on the street. Oh, I saw your video on YouTube, and
are
they're
you
like,
serious?
not joking, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
they don't know what you do in real life, Chris. They don't know what you do in
Everyone
real
knows I'm a
life.
software engineer. I play on the computer all day writing code. So half the time I don't want to look at the computer when I get off work. And I need like that break. I need like that 2 hour break after work, and then I can get back on the computer and do more work and while I watch videos and go to bed.
Oh. And so, yeah, but AD, and I told AD I wanted to look into this class, but I think I have to enroll in school, don't I?
Yeah. You have to enroll
What
in
class
college.
is this?
My literature class.
Oh Lord, yeah, you have to enroll. That's like a school class. Like they give you a grade.
I
Hmm.
know, I know. I didn't know that. I thought it was one of those ones where I could just pay and take the class and not be graded.
Oh, it's like a survey. That's a survey.
Yeah, but you still have to pay something and you still have to enroll in the school and be accepted. I thought it was something
Oh,
where I could just like he was having like he'd had classes and I could just take the class without having to register.
I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing my own independent online classes.
oh, that would be
Yeah,
cute.
that would be fun.
I think so too.
Mm. So, yeah, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. I thought about doing something like that, but
Teaching people how to code.
yeah.
Oh, I thought about trying hair to do hair videos, but I don't know. There's yeah.
You know, be sexy in
It's
them. You're like, oh, look at my luscious hair. Mm, yeah.
well, okay, no, it's not for people to ogle. It's to help them learn how to, you know, take care of theirs or grow it out or
What's wrong with a little? Look at
A little
that. Oogle
sexy.
this. Oogle that. Oogle. 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 Look at this luxurious hair. Sorry, I'm being stupid, Carmita. Sorry. No, hair videos are great. I mean, a lot of black women start doing hair videos and then they move to something else. I
yeah,
noticed
because
that.
that's
What?
what yeah, they always start there and then a year or two later they're doing I don't know travel vlogs or thrifting or something not
Lukewarm
hair.
tea. I love lukewarm
Yeah,
tea.
that's yeah, exactly.
And she
I've
always
seen
has
several of
flawless
those.
makeup. Oh, she's so pretty.
Oh, nappy headed jojoba.
Yes,
What's her
she's
name?
so pretty. Nappy headed jojoba.
Mm-mm.
She's so pretty. I'm always like, wow. And she always kind of has like this snarky attitude, like, but I like it.
Why does she have to be nappy head?
She could, I don't know. I think that's her joke or
Her
whatever.
shtick.
Hmm.
No, because she started off as a natural hair YouTuber, just like you said, Chris. And in
Oh
order
yeah.
back in the day, everybody was using the term nappy to draw in the black ladies who also had nappy hair. So like
Mm.
Naptoral 85, nappy headed jojoba. There are a lot of Kiki Koi, curly me, and natural. I mean, there's all kinds of hair names.
Hmm. Um. Um. Sorry, that was one of my friends texting me. I just had to get that out of the way. Um.
Okay.
So yeah. So for some reason I end up watching a lot of black girl YouTube content, urbanist content YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know what an urbanist is, right?
Mm-hmm. The urban person?
Well, it's like
I love AG's definition.
an urban person. Um, um, yeah, these people, I don't know if they could be considered urban. So an urbanist is a person that believes in like building cities being designed similar to how Barcelona is designed, how Paris is designed,
Uh-huh.
where they're dense, walkable cities.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because America only has one, it gets everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So New York is the only dense, walkable city in North America. So guess where everybody goes when they want to go somewhere without needing a passport? They all come to New York City, and
Mm-hmm.
so hence the feeling of overcrowding in certain parts. Whereas if everybody had that in their, if there was something in Texas and Florida, everywhere, then they wouldn't need to come to New York to get that sense of walkability and groundedness. They wouldn't need to go to Disney World. A lot of times people go to Disney World because it has public transportation, it has walkability. Granted, you park outside, but once you get in there, they have
Yeah.
most, like a lot of my friends who go to Disney World, they rent the hotel at the Disney World. So yeah, so that's so an urbanist is a person who wants like
That urban experience.
they want they want their city to be urban and affordable,
A wayfaring city.
like like New York, but reasonably priced and even more walkable than New York,
Mm.
and with subway trains and all that. Um, so uh, that's what an urbanist is.
Mm.
Oh, and I also watched the Breaking Points political YouTubers, the left wing YouTubers. I watched them, the Humanists Report. I watched some of the left wing people. Not some of the Some of them are a little too like, I don't know. They're like on their pedestal a little bit
Mm-hmm.
for me,
Oh
but
yeah, some of the ones you watch are really high strung, like that annoying guy that you keep
oh, I
sending death
love
messages.
Irami. He's the funky academic.
No, don't say his name. I don't want him to know that I don't like him.
Oh
He's
no, I mean you just don't
boring.
understand him. I understand him. He makes good points. To be honest, he makes very good points, and I'm always like interested to hear what he's gonna say, how he's gonna contextualize what's going on, because he teaches at some school in Georgia somewhere. He's a college professor, also like you.
Mm-hmm.
He teaches like philosophy or something like that.
Very cool.
He's very good. Like he has some, everybody has their bad takes or whatever, but he has a lot of good ones too. Especially when it comes to like worker power and economics and how sometimes black people get left out.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Carmita's not buying it.
Maybe
I didn't
no.
send you
I
those
think, and
videos.
most of what I watch now is fitness. A lot of health and fitness, over 40 fitness, some
Mm.
fashion.
Over 40 fashion.
Over
Interesting.
40 fitness, yeah.
over, over 40.
Over 40 fashion. Don't
Oh,
know
I didn't
about
know
that.
there was such a thing. I didn't know
Fitness.
that was a
Well,
niche.
you just try to show as much skin as possible. People will watch. I'm just teasing.
Oh, okay. I will take off my shirt now.
Yeah. There's a I look better with my shirt off. Yes, there's merch for
Here's some
that already.
content for you. Now I'll put that on my Just for Fans. Sorry, my OnlyFans.
Your
Sorry,
OnlyFans.
my OnlyFans or my for gays. I'll put it on my Just for Fans. For straights, I'll put and everyone and gays. I'll put it on OnlyFans too.
Subscribers content only.
Yeah, I'll make
Yes.
sure my camera is right by my bed. I'm just kidding. You guys are like, what? Yeah, no, I'm just joking. So you mostly watch fitness and you don't
Yeah,
watch the
because I
black girl
kind of
YouTubes?
Do I watch what?
You don't watch the black girl YouTubes as much anymore?
No, because I realized that they were kind of negative and they're always kind of like, I don't want to hear the latest upsetting thing about what happened to that poor woman. Like, it gets old after a while. And those things, they kind of stick. And I don't want to draw any of that type of drama into my real life. So I've just started focusing on stuff that I want to manifest. So fitness, fashion.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Do you watch YouTube or
I used to years ago. I used to be big on YouTube, but I don't really watch it anymore. Now I get on Instagram.
Are you
Instagram?
what do you like? What are you reading, AB?
What am I reading? I read a lot of short stories by African writers, certain stories that I teach. I love Chimamanda Adichie. Chimamanda Adichie was she's
Yes.
fabulous. I love Edward P. Jones. He's fabulous. Yeah. hmm Um,
Oh, okay.
ZZ
Yeah.
Packer. She's great.
Do you read any Asian authors?
Um, there's one that I read whose name won't come to me. But he's
Amy
really good.
Tan?
Huh?
Is it Amy Tan? Is it Amy Tan?
No, but I have heard of her. Yeah, I've heard of her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would like her. I think you would like her. I think you would like Isabella Linde. Um, there's one I recently read by Axie O. That one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm kind of been into comics, Chris. AB. I've been into. Do you guys read comics or watch cartoons?
I don't, but you know what? Graphic novels are really big.
Yes, I love them.
There's one
I love
called
them. I love them.
Persepolis. Have you ever heard of Persepolis?
No, how do you spell it?
Persepolis, I think it's Persepolis, something like that. Persepolis.
I'm gonna look that one up.
It's good.
Ooh. I'm listening to a book. I listen to audiobooks.
You're
Oh,
cheating.
nice. Oh,
Oh,
is it
well.
cheating, AB?
It is.
Well,
How is that? How is that? Wait, how are audiobooks cheating?
It's cheating. No, it's not cheating. It's modern, but I don't know. I prefer to read. I love pages, and I like
Hearing your own
paperback
voice.
books. Like I like physical books. I mean, I like ebooks are cool,
Yeah.
but I actually still love physical books.
so I'm reading this book
Yeah.
called. Um, I'm reading this book called "In Times: Elites, Counter Elites, and the Path to Political Disintegration." Unabridged.
Hmm.
It's very good.
Hmm.
Dad, I
Political.
told, huh?
It's
And
always something political.
no, it's actually more historical than like it is. It's about it's somewhat about politics, but it's not like it's. You're thinking more like the back and forth, I think, and it's more about the history of how the politics evolved and what circumstances led to the various revolutions over time and what situations actually diffused the prospects or of a revolution, um, and so that's it's very interesting, like especially all the history, like I like and how it plays into the current context of what's going on in America and the rest of the world.
You know what you should read? George Orwell's 1984.
Oh, I had to read that in high school.
Really good.
Oh, I haven't read that book. I've heard of it. Everybody always references it when it
hmm
comes to like, computer products. or say, "Oh, it's George Orwell," or when someone like, when someone says something or does something that the other one doesn't like, then they say, "Oh, it's like George Orwell." Or I hear that. My friend Mark, he says that a lot.
Yeah.
Also, I'm reading this book called uh, "Paved Paradise: How Parking Explains the World." And basically, the guy is like, oh, and I'm not reading it, I'm actually just listening to it. But the guy talks about how people would literally rather build parking than housing for people, even if you tell them there's too much, and the and parking is insanely profitable. Like, I mean, insanely profitable.
Mm.
But like, people will absolutely, or at least in the past, they would absolutely jump through, like, they would do the most unbelievable things you could ever think of to get and keep parking. I mean, I'm just like, oh wow. I really thought I understood people's priorities, but clearly if if people are willing to sacrifice homes for other people just so they can park their car on the street in front of the door to the building they live in, I clearly I clearly like it. It's like they like would literally block houses from being built if they didn't build parking, and it basically increases the rent. It makes the rent that's already expensive even more expensive because of this extra additional require. It's oh, I was like, and if you hear the way the city like New York is run, like all of this like people double parking, all that. New York likes that because what it does is it slows down the street without them actually having to redesign the street. It makes the cars, it makes it so that cars only go 5 or 7 miles an hour. uh, and that's what, they really don't want cars going over 20 miles an hour. But since that's not going to be a law, or they're not going to be able to redesign the street to do it, or you know maybe the political will isn't there or something, um, they by keeping the street totally chaotic and by not doing anything at all, they can still get the outcome that they want, and that's people driving under 20 miles an hour simply by leaving it in a potentially unsafe, uh, chaotic condition. And a lot of these like UPS or a lot of these businesses who do crazy things on the streets, like they'll park on the sidewalk or something. Or well, New York actually collects, like, rather than them pay the parking tickets, they just pay like, oh well, here's $6 million a year, and you just look the other way. And so people are wondering why. Well, why is that person like parked that way or double parked? And that's why the city doesn't care. Most people don't understand that when they're complaining, but it's like, this is what the city wants. And parking is the most low effort, highly profitable thing you can possibly build on a piece of property. Truly. Like, I was kind of scandalized. I mean, and he has like a mountain of data with articles from various local and national newspapers of all these events. I'm like, okay. So I was listening to that book, and I usually listen to books when I'm at the gym.
Oh, not music.
sometimes I listen to music, but I prefer to listen to my books.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when you were in Spain, Chris, did you speak Spanish?
Uh, uh, what's the
En
word for no
español.
No.
in Spanish?
No.
Well, there you go.
That explains it.
Yeah, well, there you go. um, so yeah. Um, so
AD, do you speak Spanish?
No. Like no. Habla español? Habla inglés?
Hey, that is.
poquito, poquito.
Yes.
I knew how to say
Yes.
donde es baño? Where's the bathroom?
¿Dónde es bando?
¿Dónde es baño? Baño, baño, baño. ¿Dónde es baño?
Yeah, that's right, baño.
¿Dónde es baño? Oh, okay. Well, what about how do you say it in a male voice?
In a male voice. I don't. Well, I did brush up on it before I went. I tried to brush up on all the languages before I went, but I've forgotten all of it. Um, yeah.
You have to hang out in Washington Heights. I always want to call it Dominican Heights because there's so many Dominicans there.
Hmm.
But Washington Heights has they basically speak Spanish in Washington Heights, New
My
York.
building is pretty much Latino. I'm in Hamilton Heights, but my area is it's not completely Latino, but it's a lot of Latinos.
Yeah, that part of yeah, I can yeah, I believe that.
Mhm.
Um, as you go more north, it gets well. This part of Harlem is blacker, but then when you go further north and west, it gets more Hispanic-y. Um, yeah, Latino, all that.
Mhm.
Is that Gabriel?
Yeah, that's Gabriel.
Oh, it's
Hey,
bedtime.
Gabriel.
Oh, AD. Yeah, I wonder if he remembers when we used to always go hang out.
Go hang out. It
Because he
was
was
so
so
long
little,
ago.
remember?
He was so young. Yeah, he probably doesn't
I
remember.
know. No,
Aww.
I
All right.
know.
Sorry, a little Wendy Williams for you.
I miss Wendy. I really do.
Oh,
Poor
yeah.
thing.
Ugh. Okay.
She was fun. I like. She was so much fun. I like how she would look at a dead person and she'd be like, "Such and such died today." Oh, oh. Okay, all right. Next story.
Next story.
Like, I mean, the switch.
She was great. Listen, she was great at what she did, but people in glass houses,
Right.
she
That's the
made her
part that I
living off
couldn't get
of
with.
her living off of exploiting people's downfalls, and then now she has a
Yes.
downfall.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to watch that train wreck.
Oh well, she's off the air now, so you don't have to.
She's better than Sherry,
Who's Sherry?
the woman who
Oh,
took
you
over her
think
slot.
so? I thought that Sherry Shepherd was good. I thought she
What?
was
Who's
good.
Sherry?
Now,
What happened to her?
She took
she's
over Wendy's
the new,
time slot.
She did. I didn't know.
yeah,
Is she
yeah, but she's been in
watchable?
there for a
Not
while,
for
Chris.
me. I
Well,
don't like her.
but here's the thing. I was Team Wendy against her now ex-husband. I was glad that she got to stop paying him and his side chick, whatever.
His
Like, I was so
mistress.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that that worked out in her favor because nobody deserves that. But yeah, like you said, I don't know the glass house thing. That's, yeah.
Mm. Well, we all live in glass houses.
Yes.
That, like, no one is immune. I mean, yeah. I feel like everybody's got their own drama.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never
But
really
I
shocked.
think it's, yeah, but you're not using it to make a living. You're not
Maybe I
taking
should.
other people's. Yeah.
Joking. That's a joke, by the way.
What are you
I mean, I
eating?
don't. It doesn't really interest me to like pile on someone when they're down,
Yeah.
except for when they're governing.
No, Chris, no.
Meaning, if they're governing and they're doing a terrible job, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna.
Not letting that one go.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, no, I don't care to pile on.
What are you eating?
Tic Tac.
Oh, it's a tic tac. You know, RuPaul says, "Oh,
Uh,
have a tic tac." It's lunch.
oh.
One tic
Oh,
tac is
okay.
lunch.
Oh God, it's late.
Oh yeah. Oh, we better go. All right. I love you, Carmita. Take
All
care.
right, love you too,
Have a good
Chris. It
night.
was good seeing you, AD.
You as well, Carmita. I miss
I can't wait
you.
to see you next time.
Yes, I know.
All right. Take care, sis.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
All right.